Primavera Training 11, Defining and Assigning Resources in Primavera P6 software. Here is a list of contents: defining resources, what types of resources are in Primavera, defining and assigning resources in the project. So what is a resource? Definition: a resource is anything used to complete an activity. For example, definitely to complete an activity we have to use resources like labor, material, or maybe we have to use machinery. The resources window contains information about all resources within the organization, enabling centralized resource management. So all the resources we can see in one window, so that we can also manage the resources about how much we pay to certain labor and how much labor can work in one day. So these all things we define in the resource management panel. So there are three types of resources in P6: labor, non-labor, and material. Labor measured in units of time. For example, one labor works 8 hours per day. So generally reused between activities and projects. For example, we have used in one day, maybe in the second day we have to use the labor. So that's why we can reuse that resources. Recorded in terms of price per unit. For example, 15 hours per day, or maybe for example for a day $300 per day or $350 per day according to 8 hours working. So non-labor in the non-labor resource measured in units of time, recorded in price per unit. For example, if you bought for the cleaning the site bulldozers, then bulldozers are heavy machinery. They work in hours, or depending upon maybe in days, 8 hours per day. So you can also adjust the prices according how much they will charge on the site. So you can also put that. In the material units, in units other than time. For example, if we use cement, then definitely we will use bags. For sand, cubic feet. For crush, again cubic feet. Similarly for weight, maybe in kg or pounds. So the third type of resource measured in units. So now we will define and assign resources in Primavera P6 professional software. So let's go in the Primavera software. So here is a window where we left in the last video. So here is a tab of resources, and that is also present in the menu. Here is resources, so you can click from either ways. Here is the window of resources. Here is the resources which all resources which I have used in the previous projects. So for example, in the current project, filter by in the current project I didn't assign any resource to any activity. So all the resources are displaying from previous projects. So I will just delete all the previous resources. Delete selected resources. So here now there is no resource. So now I am defining the resources. Okay, first of all I am defining mason mason name is John. It's a labor type resource. So here is a detail window. It's a labor. Definitely there will be no need of units of Maya. So its currency will be US dollar. And which calendar we are following? 6-day working calendar. Okay. Default units per time, it's 1, 2 per day, 3 per day, and you can also put it in hours. Here in the mason, so maximum units a mason can do in a day 8, and how much it will charge, maybe I am putting a tentative values, but you have to use the current market values. Here I am putting 70 dollar per hour, and maximum units per day time per day is 8. So now I am defining the next source. It's labor. Whose name is Ali. Okay, now for labor it's 8 per hour per day, so labor also work 8 hours per day. And how much will it charge? $50 per hour. So now the next is source, material. In the material I am using cement. I am putting 2 more resources which are important. Sand, crush, cement, bags, sand, crush. So now cement, sand and crush are the material resources. So I will change from here, it's to material resource. Yes, change it also into materials resource. Yes, resource into material. So we have to also change its units. So here cement, it should be measured in bags. Here now sand, it should be measured in cubic feet. Here is cubic feet. So crush, this should also be measured in cubic feet. So that's how I define. So I will also put how much is the price of for example crush. I will also put it to $40 per cubic feet. For sand, maybe $20 per cubic feet. For cement bag, it may be $70 per bag. So now in the resource management panel, I have defined labor resources and material resources. Now I will also define bulldozer. That is a non-labor bulldozer. Bulldozer person name is maybe you can assign any neighbors or CES contractors. They have their own bulldozer. So I am changing its resource type to non-labor. So now I have to put that how much it will charge and how many hours are units are required in a day. So I am putting its price. For example, it will charge $1,500 per hour and maybe use maximum 4 hours per day, or you can put as a normal value 8 hours per day. So these are the resources I have defined. So you can define according to your own demand. So basically these resources comes from the rate analysis of the activities. For example, a brickwork activity of 20 feet height wall and 30 feet long wall of 9 inch, then how much brickworks are required. So you can also define bricks, sand and bricks, sand, cement, so these materials, and also labor and masons are required. So these all the sources you can define here and put into the activities. So I am here assigning the activities. For example, first of all, kick-off meeting, it starts on 2nd of August at 8 a.m. That's good. Started and finished. So it's a milestone activity, so there is no duration. So now in the next activity, water supply connection, maybe one resource is required. So here I am adding resource, for example, one labor. Similarly for water electric, I have double clicked. In the layout, maybe one so definitely in the resource I have to define the surveyor for layout of a building. So I am just in the practice problem, I'm using just one mason. For clearing and grabbing, maybe one labor and one bulldozer, that's enough. So kick-off meeting in the water supply connection, so we have one person per day for electric, so that's also okay, but there are budgeted units 1 and actual units 1. So if I put activity start, this activity start, then I will put here 1. It means the budgeted units, I have total 1 units in per day because I am using 1 labor. So I have clicked actual labors 1, so remaining are 0. Similarly in the labor resources, I am using it to 1. Sorry, I didn't this started the activities, and this one activity started. Second, water supply started, definitely in the 1 day it's finished. That's also it's in started in 1 day and finished. The source, okay, sign the source, that's also completed. In the layout, it's this activity is also started and finished. Okay, so its body unit starts and actual units 1 used. So you can also either put complete the activity by entering the resources, or just by starting and finish dates. So that's the for clearing and grabbing activity. So it's a 1 day activity, so in the actual, due to some delay, it finished in 2 days. So now this activity started on 6th of August at 8 a.m. and it will be going to finish at 7th of August at 5 p.m. okay, so this activity finished in 2 days. So here the actual units also used 1. So now we check the progress in we have worked in the up till 7th of August. Now we will check the progress after 7th of August. So here I am updating the progress schedule. So I am scheduling on 8th of August schedule. So here I am scheduled, but there is in the progress line there that is also showing a delay of activity. So this activity should be finished on Monday, but that is finishing on Tuesday. So in the Wednesday we are that is showing that we are one day behind. So that's how we will put all the resources in all the activities, and then we will again schedule the activities on that day on which we want to check the progress of our project. So thank you.